What's up, guys? We're out here today in the garage. One thing a day. Today we're going to try and get some things done. It's the start of a new week. It's Monday, so let's start it off strong. We got a couple things that we're doing today. One thing that I'm trying to do this week is be more organized, with things missing, bolts, nuts, washers. So had to go on a bit of a hunt for that. So this week we're going to try and be a little bit more organized, start bagging and tagging stuff and keeping things together. That way we can be more efficient. So let's start off the week. We got the fan out here in the outdoor paint booth again. Not the best conditions to do this in, but weather's a lot nicer than it was this weekend. So just put 2 coats on, getting ready to put one more on, and then we'll flip it over and do the other side. But it's looking pretty good. Took a lot of work to get all the rust and the carbon off of it, so cleaned it up pretty good, and now we're painting it, so looks a lot better. While we wait for the paint to dry on the fan, we're going to soak the dual port intake in some degreaser and see if we can get some of that grease off of there. I'm going to scrub it a little bit. We'll try and do it away from the fan so we don't get any splash on there, but we'll come back and see how it looks after we're done. We're just soaking it down right now, and then we'll agitate it with a little wire brush or something. All right, guys, here is the fan. We got it painted. This is after 3 coats. Looks pretty good. Not too many runs, I don't think. We'll have to inspect it again once it dries. I don't think it's too bad. Again, nobody's going to see this really. I mean, it's going to be inside the engine. It's going to be covered up, but just wanted to get it all cleaned up and taken care of while I have it out of the car. But looks a lot better than it did, so we'll check that off our list. And then the next thing that we did was we cleaned up the 2 intakes. We still need to do the intake manifold, but here's the 2 dual ports. This one actually came out really good. Took a wire wheel to it, a brush, cleaned it up. This one, I think I just cleaned this one with some degreaser and hot water, so still have a little ways to go. On this one also, I took a clutch cable and went down and to see if I could get some of the carbon out of there. Quite a bit came out. I'm still going to try and do it again. I don't think I used a long enough sample on the clutch cable, so we'll make a little longer one, and then we'll finish this one, and then we'll start on this one, and we'll clean this one up again. But I think that's going to be all for tonight. Sun's starting to go down, but again, guys, we got at least one thing done. So progress, man, progress. Day 1. So we'll get back to it tomorrow, and we'll finish some stuff up and we'll get on to the next all right, guys, so we had a little bit of time before it gets dark out, and there's not much wind out here, so pretty good conditions. Well, we're outside, so as good as you can get, I guess. So we went ahead and did the fan shroud. Got 3 coats of paint on it. Actually turned out pretty good. There's some runs on it, but again, this is going to be, I mean, you're not going to see this part of the fan shroud anyway. So we got one more thing checked off our list tonight too, so that's always a good thing. So making progress, guys. On to tomorrow. It's Tuesday, day 2 of the week. We're out here. Yesterday we got the fan shroud painted and the turbine or the fan on the fan shroud. So that was good progress. Today we're going through the intake manifold. We're gonna go and put a clutch cable through it, see if we can clean it out, see if it's even salvageable. It looks pretty rough, so let's take a look at it. All right, guys, out here on Wednesday, we got a package in today, so we're just doing an unboxing. Here is the tins for the engine bay, and then this is for under the pulley. So we got those in today. I'll make good use of those. But yeah, there's the 76 has a bigger engine bay because it originally had the fuel injected engine. So it's bigger than the tins that came with the 1600. So had to make that adjustment, but we got that taken care of. Just waiting on the cylinder tins now. We ordered those from eBay, so waiting on those as well. So what's up, everybody? We're back in the garage. It is Friday, finally Friday. I'm taking the afternoon off work. I was gonna relax, but who's got time to relax? We got stuff to do. Today we're gonna do some work in the garage. We're gonna finish up on cleaning up the intake manifold, and then we're going to just do some other stuff on the engine, try to get that ready to get back together. So let's get to it. All right, here's the intake manifold. We cleaned up the outside part. We still are going through the inside, taking a clutch cable on a drill, going through it to see how much carbon is in there. As you can see on the bench, there's quite a bit, but we still got some ways to go. Had to make a longer clutch cable so we can get through it, but let's get to it. What's up, guys? Out here in the garage. It's Sunday, trying to get one more thing, a couple things actually, before the weekends. It's been a good week, productive. We did a lot of painting on the fan shroud and the turbine. Got some other little things done too. Got some body work done on Friday. I'll show you guys that. Did a little bit today. Cleaned up the pulley, the intake manifold. We got that taken care of too. So we're ahead of productive week. Got a lot of mosquitoes in the garage today, so swatting at the face. But let's get to it. Let's show you what we did today, what we did this week, and show you around the garage. Go. Okay, just painted the pulley. It looks pretty good actually. Better than it was, so that was a good thing. Productive today. Get one thing done, but we're going to try and get a couple things done because we have a little more time today because it's Sunday. But we also been busy today as well. So just had a nice little rain. Tried to paint some parts, but had to bring them in because of the rain. So let's show you what we got done. Okay, on Friday we did do some body work to try and get this fender to line up a little better. As you can see, that whole area had to be worked, and then down in this area was worked, so that was good. I think we did discover that the fenders are different. I don't know if you can see it now, but let me zoom out a little bit. Just the contours of them. That area where we worked, there was a line that came all the way down here, and then that one is more of a flat surface. So I don't know if it was because the car was hit and they did the body work on that, or they just changed the fenders. Also, that the driver's side fender is made in Mexico, so I think that's a different fender. That looks like the original color in the headlight bucket. So I think this fender on the driver's side was a new fender. It doesn't look as bad. There was quite a bit of Bondo on there. Even the hole looks different. You see the hole there compared to that hole. They're different shapes. So there's always fun stuff with the VW Beetles, people changing things, making different modifications and changes. So it's just interesting, the discoveries that we make on these cars when, you know, they're 50-year-old cars and the amount of stuff that's been done to them over the years. So all right, guys, just wanted to close out the video this week. We didn't get to do everything we wanted today, but that's okay. We got a couple things done. Like I said, one thing a day. So glad we got quite a bit done this week. We'll move on to next week. Get her done.